Yes, people, what's going on? I'm feeling better. Thank you for those that are probably going to ask the question. What was that? What was that? Chelsea have just lost 2-1 at Wolves. We were 1-0 up. We start the second half superbly and we throw it away. We throw it away. We got exactly what we deserved from that game, which was absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Now, I'm going to say it how it is because I've tried to keep my opinions to myself because they're not widely regarded as ones that are acceptable. Acceptable. But I have to ask the question now, straight up and honestly, who in that starting 11 is absolutely guaranteed to keep their place? Mendy, Zuma, Thiago Silva, Reece James, Chilwell. Defensively, fine, but you're probably thinking, oh, we conceded 2 goals. It comes from the midfield and it comes from definitely the forwards. Definitely the forwards. There was no intensity, there was no purpose, there was no desire, there was no drive. There was nothing to go and beat Wolves. We played Wolves right at the end of the lockdown or the restart lockdown period. Beat them 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. All over them. All over them. And today, they schooled us. They absolutely schooled us. We took the lead, but yeah, just like that, was gone. Disappeared. And I'm fuming. I am fuming. Right? Olivier Giroud gets the goal. Fine, okay, I'll give credit where it's due. He's not a guaranteed starter. Until the goal, he didn't actually do anything. Partly his fault, partly not. I'll come on to that in a second. Right? Not good enough. Not good enough at all. You've then got Pulisic and Werner. Now, Pulisic, I'm going to give a little bit of slack to. I'm going to give him a little bit of slack here because he's been out and whatever. He's coming back into it. Had some really good moments in this game. He deserves to keep his place. Giroud, not for me. Not for me. He's going to score goals for you. Okay, nice. I'll tell you who would score goals if he was put in the right place is Timo Werner. He's not a left winger. He's not a right winger. He is a centre forward. Now, in the last 3 games, we've become very predictable to play against, especially against Everton and especially tonight. Because all we were going to do is whip balls in the box all the time to Olivier Giroud, who's on this mass goal-scoring spree, and we're going to be fine. We're going to be absolutely chill. Now, Giroud's going to put the ball in the back of the net for you. Fine. Okay. But if he does it once a game, and that's it, is that enough to keep him in the team week in, week out? Maybe not. Have we actually thought about trying to play a style of football that made Chelsea go on a 17-game unbeaten run or whatever it is? We've now lost 2 on the bounce. We've lost 2 on the bounce. I do not get it. I honestly do not get it. Play Werner as a centre forward. Now, I know that injuries have been a problem for us, granted. But you have to say this. Chelsea got this elite academy that everyone keeps banging on about. And we're not thinking, is there actually an academy player that maybe we could play left wing or right wing to maybe accommodate for our brand new signing that we could potentially actually work with? No. Oh, we got to push him all the way outside. Got to push him all the way, a million miles away. And he's not going to have the same impact. Of course he's not going to have the same impact. Of course he's not. Don't. Honestly, I'm fuming. Pulisic on the right-hand side doesn't work. He did well enough, to be fair. That's because he's a good individual footballer. And even then, he pulled his bloody hamstring. You could see that little movement down towards his hammy. Was not a fan of that at all. Play him out on the left-hand side, play Werner down the middle, and try and find a right forward. Try and find a right winger. Try and find someone that can do that. There's a couple of players in the youth teams that maybe you could say, we need you for this particular style, we need this of you for this particular movement or motion, whatever we want to go and do. Play in this particular way. But no, instead we've actually gone, oh no, fuck this actually, we're just trying to throw it all out the window. Sorry for that language, yeah? Throw it all out the window, we're going to play this, and we'll do that. We're keeping the same formation. Liverpool, great example of it. Can't remember the guy's name, played centre midfield for him. I want to say it's Curtis Jones, I might have got that wrong. Either way, comes in, plays centre midfield for him, not perfect, but does a job. Okay. Why can't we have that? Why can't we have that? Instead, we have to keep these big star players in their right positions all the time and fuck everyone else. We can't do that. We can't do that. Big one I want to come on to. Really want to come on to this. And I really want to talk about this properly. Timo Werner, not good enough tonight. Not been good enough for the last few weeks. I'm going to cut him a little bit of slack. Little bit, not a lot. Little bit of slack. Because he's playing out in a wide position. Even then, he still should be doing more. But I have to criticise Kai Havertz. Now people are saying, oh, he's had COVID and he's new to the league and he's done this and he's done that. Ziyech is new to the league. No one's banging on about him. He's been unfortunately injured for a little bit, but no one's banging on about him. Kai Havertz, 72 million quid. I like him. You can see the guy has got talent and he's definitely going to do it in the future. But for right now, at this moment in time, is he a dead certainty to get in the team week in, week out? No, he's fucking not. No, he is not. I think personally, my personal point of view, I think again, he's a great player. I think he's going to go and do many, many good things. I think he's worth the money that we paid for him. Yeah, I'll hold my hands up. Maybe that comes and bites me back on the arse someday. But for now, I believe he is the right person for the job in the long term. But right now in this Chelsea team, is Kai Havertz working? No, he's fucking not. No, he is not. And I think there's one thing that needs to be really accounted for with Kai Havertz. I think that massive fee is going to his head. I do. And I think that actually he needs to take a real big step back, needs to be dropped, because it's week in, week out with crap performances. And people are going to say, oh, well, he's been badly impacted by COVID. Great, why is he playing? Why is he playing? There is this absolute desire that he has to play every single week. He has to play week in, week out, week in, week out, week in, week out. Oh, he's having a bad run of form. Oh, okay, we'll throw him in against such and such a side and he'll go and pick it back up again. He doesn't. He doesn't. He played against Barnsley, scored a hat-trick, and that's pretty much all he's done all season. Fine. This is okay. I have not got a problem with it because we're buying him for the next 5 years. We're buying him for the longer term. But just accept now, Chelsea fans, that he does not have to play week in, week out. He is not doing it right now. The same way Mason Mount didn't think he was that good today, right? If he was struggling week in, week out, I'd drop him. I'd drop him. Same way if Werner was struggling week in, week out, I'd drop him. And yes, you have to consider the injuries and stuff at the moment. It's just unfortunate. It's at that bad time. But you have to say what is the facts, which is the last 3 weeks, Kai Havertz has not been good enough. He has not been good enough. We were a hell of a lot better against Everton when fucking Billy Gilmore came on, when he was like 18 or 19. I don't even know how old Billy Gilmore is. He's a child. He is a child and he came on and he did more than Kai Havertz did in that game. He did more than Kai Havertz did. Tammy Abraham as well. Let me just get onto that one. Jesus Christ. What does he offer? What does he offer? He came on today and he offered absolutely jack shit. And I'm going to give credit to Wolves because it is due. I'm going to give credit to them. Willy Bolly is an absolutely brilliant player. Really, really big fan of him. I would buy him. Personal opinion, I would buy him. But all that happened in the game today, and it was the same thing that happened against Everton at the weekend, Yerry Mina went up against Olivier Giroud. Tonight, it was Willy Bolly went up against Olivier Giroud. And then just like that, Giroud goes off. Tammy Abraham comes in. And Tammy Abraham had absolutely nowhere near as much success as Olivier Giroud did. And Giroud didn't even have that much success. He didn't even have that much of a success. We're trying to whip balls in the box and we haven't got the right people to aim for. We've got one centre-forward in Olivier Giroud against 3 centre-halves for them and we're still trying to put the ball in the air. Fucking hell, Chelsea. Fucking hell. We took the lead. Go for it. Be killer. Be ruthless. But just like that, we fucked it for ourselves. Why are we doing the same thing over and over and over again? It has to stop. It has to stop. We're playing against West Ham, another big physical presence. We get literally a week off, pretty much, 6 days. Very, very happy about that. Use it. Rest up. Have an idea of what we want to be looking like when we come back after that. When we come back ready for that game, and go for it. But please, for fuck's sake, if you have to play Giroud down the middle, then play him. But please accept that Werner is not a wide player and that Kai Havertz can be dropped. Play Kovacic. Drop Mount and play Kovacic. But that midfield 3, if you have to push Kai Havertz, if he has to be in that team for whatever reason, if he has to be there, play Kovacic and Kante. Because we are not good defensively. At least Kovacic gives you a bit. I'm fuming. I'm just going to go. Thank you for watching. Please do make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. But fuck me. Really? Really? Just pray that Ziyech and Callum Hudson-Odoi come back. And I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even Callum Hudson-Odoi's biggest fan. But just pray they get back so we can play the old school Chelsea way. Fast-paced, energetic. Everything I saw today was lethargic as fuck. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. See you later.